Hello my loves, welcome back to Zeke's Lunchbox. Today we are going to paint in my sketchbook. It's been a hot minute since I've drawn in my sketchbook and I'm really needing some more relaxing time and some unwinding time in my sketchbook. I've been really busy working on the tarot card deck and trying to finish that as quickly as possible. If you're new here, I am working on a tarot card deck. If you don't know anything about tarot, there are 78 tarot cards in a tarot card deck. That means there are 78 unique paintings to be made in this tarot card deck. It's a ridiculous project, a very ambitious project, but we're very close. I have a playlist down below documenting the whole process. There's, I believe, almost 30 videos in that playlist, and you see the whole evolution of the whole deck. All the ups and downs that have gone with that deck. So yeah, get yourself acquainted and watch that playlist down below. And while you're here, make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss more videos about the tarot card project and you don't miss videos about sketchbook drawing. All right, so today we're going to do some acrylic painting in my sketchbook. For those of you who are accustomed to the channel, you know the routine when it comes to my sketchbooks. I've got a bunch of sketchbook tours and sketchbook drawing down below as well in a playlist if you want to catch up with those. Yeah, sketchbook time for me is more just a place to have fun, relax. This is really like the hobby portion of my art practice. Feels like I can just be messy and yeah, there's just no pressure to make something amazing. For a couple of years, I have painted with these Acryla Gouache paints. I really love this paint. It's, if you don't know or you haven't painted with this stuff, it's not like traditional gouache. Gouache typically is more chalky and it can be reactivated once it's dried in a palette. This stuff is more similar to acrylic paint. It's really a combination of gouache and acrylic paint. But yeah, it's not as, I don't know, it's a really, really unique paint. There's truly nothing like it on the market. And it's super, super pigmented as well. I use these paints, you know, typically these colors here, I've been using them a lot as toppers for my sketchbook drawings. So anytime I want to add like a little bit of pizzazz or like that extra oomph of color, I will often use these Acryla Gouache paints. By the way, I will have these linked down below if you want to buy them for yourself. So because I love these paints so much, I just decided to bite the bullet and invest in a whole palette of these paints. So I haven't painted a full piece with these paints before, and that's what we're gonna do today. I'm really excited to see what I can create with these gouache acrylic paints. Typically, I'm more of a painter in my sketchbook rather than a sketcher, especially this particular kind of sketchbook, which is linked down below once again. This particular sketchbook is very thick. It's got like very thick watercolor paper. It doesn't warp too much. There's a little bit of warping, but compared to lots of other sketchbooks, not too much. It also opens like completely flat as well, which is my favorite part of this sketchbook. Basically what I'm saying is the watercolor paper is really good for painting, but not so good for sketching. So I just try and do a lot of painting in this sketchbook because I need to up my skills with painting as much as possible anyway. Okay, I asked you guys on the community tab what you'd like to see in this video. So I think it was like alien girls, weird plants and animals, and all the above. You guys clicked all the above, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. All right, but before we head into this week's video, I just want to let you guys know that we are in the final days of my mid-year sale on my shop. My shop is zekeslunchbox.com. If you want to head over there and use the code EOFY15, so end of financial year 15, you can use that code at checkout for 15% off if you want to grab something for my mid-year sale. Yeah, grab yourself something cool and colorful, and all the funds help support this channel and support my art, so it's really, really appreciated. That sale ends on Sunday at midnight Australian time, so there's only a couple of days or a couple of hours left really to grab yourself something in the sale, so make sure you go do that. Okay, we're just gonna take a quick little break from painting, just waiting for everything to dry so I can get onto the next couple of layers. I want to show you guys my new plant. This corner's been empty for quite some time, and I did have a big monstera in this corner, but if you guys have monsteras, you know those plants go absolutely insane, and it just outgrew this corner, and he had to be moved to the living room. Another plant update, I've moved... Oh my gosh, what is this plant called? If you know, comment below. I had to move this guy over onto my camera rig. He's doing pretty good. He has been, well, the plant, I guess plants are non-binary, maybe? I'm not sure about this one. They have been, you know, grabbing onto the pole themselves. There are two strands here. I'm not sure if it's looking particularly healthy. It is also winter, so yeah, not sure. It's looking a little sad, but I'm not sure if that's just because it's trying to get used to its new surroundings. Let me know, any other plant experts out there. And then one last little plant query. Got this plant over here who is doing fine, except it seems to be growing some kind of weird fungus on the leaves. It's got like a sticky substance. Over the weekend, I'm thinking of like taking the plant outside and giving him a scrub, but yeah, I don't know. Is this a fungus or is this just how these plants are? Let me know. Let me show you another close-up of it. Can you see those like little spots on it? Is that normal or is that a fungus? Comment below, help me out here. Let's get back to painting. Should be dry-ish by now, maybe. We haven't done like a traditional medium piece for such a long time. I'm kind of rusty when it comes to filming these, but feeling awesome about the direction of this piece so far. Just going for something like playful and mysterious. I like the movie poster vibes that this one is giving. I'm not too sure what the story or the plot for this particular movie is. Let me explain what I'm planning on doing, and then you guys can tell me the plot for this movie poster. Just so you know, it's not actually a movie that exists. I'm just like drawing things, and then I like to make stories that go along with the pieces afterwards. Okay, so here we've got the main character. She's got a couple of like folksy vibes or kind of mystical vibes. So she's got the third eye at the top. All of this is meant to be her hair, but she is kind of giving me Esmeralda vibes from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So yeah, some Romani vibes. And then here I've got like a pot plant with some weird plants that will be growing out, and then I'm planning on putting some more plants over here, and then here's another girl who's holding like a giant mushroom. So yeah, let me know what you guys think the plot for this fictional film made-up movie could possibly be. Yeah, so comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now let's take a little closer look. I'm just waiting for things to dry. You know, when it comes to traditional stuff, I kind of forget how slow it is because I'm so used to, you know, I've been painting digital for the last, gosh, it must be like 9 months or so. And yeah, I forget how slow painting is because I have to wait for each layer to dry. I don't know if you can see. It's got like little wet puddles here and there. Now for the color palette of the face, I just wanted to stick with lots of warm tones. So I'm using two kinds of red, so a warm red and a cool red, which I showed you guys earlier before. For the darker tones, I like to completely stay away from black just because it muddies the colors a lot. And to make reds darker, I like to use a purple just because it's like a nice gradual step to making colors a little bit darker rather than like a black or a blue or even a brown. I like to mix it with violets, purples to make my reds a bit darker. To get a little bit more orange tones, I've got this deep yellow color here, which is which I'm mixing with the warmer reds, and these two colors blend really well, and because they're both warm toned colors, they can mix really well together. So those are the tones that you're seeing in the face. I'm also mixing a bit of this opera color in with, you know, different parts of the reds and different parts of the oranges, just because it warms up. I find like adding this particular pink with this gouache warms up all of the tones ever so slightly, and it just makes it all go with the redness a little bit more. I can't really explain it, but these two colors here, when you mix them, they're like just not quite warm enough, so I have to add in a tiny little bit more of this stuff. And then obviously I'm adding in white too, just to get some lighter tones. So yeah, I'm just waiting for things to dry. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the colors on the other plants. Let me get out my other sketchbook. Okay, so here is my other sketchbook from 2019 to 2020. I really like the color palette that I've used in this particular area. So when painting this spread or this page here, I was thinking about this particular collection of colors, the way that the violets mix in with these two colors, so cerulean blue and ice green. I just like that combination, especially with the pink opera and then the yellow. I think that's the color palette that I'm going to go with the plants. And then the pink girl over here, I think I'm just gonna leave pink and try and put some darker tones in there, mixed in with pink and opera. All right. I hope all of that made sense. Just chatting a little bit more about the process of how I choose colors. Check-in. I just wanted to talk about all the paint colors that I'm using this piece here, so I'll just quickly lay them all out. Alright, so I'm using the Acryla Gouache in Opera Pink, Carmine, Scarlet, Titanium White Violet, Cerulean Blue, Ice Green, and Deep Yellow. Those are all the colors that I'm using in this piece. Oh, hang on. Haha, I forgot one. I'm also using light green. Almost forgot about this one. Now, I don't do too much color mixing with my paint. I mostly just paint straight out of the tube. I don't really believe in working that hard when it comes to mixing colors. I prefer just to have all the different paints. For me, whenever I mix the colors, it's never enough, and the pigments just aren't right, really. I've separated these colors here because I like to separate them by the warm colors and the cool colors. Yellow is can kind of dip between the two. Although this is a deep yellow, so a warm yellow, it really should be up here, but I find that it can blend with these two colors pretty easily. I am currently developing a color course with Class 101. So, you know, if you want to learn more from me when it comes to color theory and how I blend my colors, yeah, stay tuned. That course will be up in hopefully about a month or 6 weeks. Okay, so I thought I was going to just stick with Acryla Gouache for this piece, but you know, I do tend to use lots of different mediums in my sketchbook just because the scale is so small. I find when I just paint, I can't get into all the final details and the features in the face. So now I'm going to go over with a bit of colored pencil just to get a little bit more depth in the face and a little bit more clarity in the eyes and some sharpening in the eyes. And then I'll probably do another layer of final touches with the Acryla Gouache. And then we'll see how I feel in terms of finishing this girl over here. I might leave that till tomorrow because it's nearing the end of the day and I am arted out. Good morning, angels. Good morning, Charlie. All right, let me warm up the lights over here. Freezing day today in Melbourne, Australia. My little art space. Did some admin work this morning and yeah, now I'm ready to finish this piece. By the way, if you have any questions about this paint or any of the materials, any techniques that I've been explaining, but I explained it a little bit strangely, comment below. I'm more than happy to help you guys out as much as I can. Okay, we're gonna finish this piece. I feel like the girl is done, you know, because I'm going for a more watercolor gouache rather than like a painterly gouache. And I don't want to fix too much. Like, by fix, I don't want to clean up too much in like the branches or any of the watermarks, just because I feel like that stuff is really beautiful and, you know, I want to try and keep it as undone as possible. If you guys want me to draw the other side and record that, please comment below. When we did the poll in the community tab, you guys voted to draw all 3 elements, so girls, plants, and animals. I'd like to do some animals over on this side here and, you know, some more girls and more plants and basically create a whole little microcosm over here. You know, maybe if you guys give me some ideas on like what this movie or what the story behind these girls is, that can influence this side over here. Let's finish this gal and finish her up. Alrighty, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like and subscribe. Let's try and get to 40k subs before the end of the year. I know we can do it. So I know about half of you guys who watch these videos aren't subscribed, so naughty. Go and subscribe and help the channel. Before we head out, let me know if you guys want to see the other side of the page and you want me to record that and make another video that's similar to this. Yeah, and let me know what else you want to see on this channel. I'm always trying to grow the channel as much as possible, so you know, I've got a bunch of tutorials, I've got art studio vlogs, I've got sketchbook tours, sketchbook drawing. What do you prefer to watch on this channel? It would really help me out if you guys let me know what else you want to see on here. Don't forget, I have my mid-year sale over on zekeslunchbox.com, so use the code EOFY15 at checkout for 15% off. No minimums on the sale, and I do international shipping too, so wherever you guys are, I will ship to that country. Alright you guys, I will catch you in the next video. See you in the next one. Catch you later. Bye.